Day 23, Winjana Gorge to Birdwood Downs. We made our way across to Derby. After we got back on the Gibb River Road in about 22 kilometers, it's all sealed road from then on. We visited Aboriginal Arts and Culture Centre first. Then we visited the Derby jetty to gain an understanding of the enormous tides in this region. We could see the tide coming in like a huge river with enormous flow. Then we camped at Birdwood Downs. We met a few friendly peacocks here. Day 24, we visited the Gibb River Road Information Board and took some photos to preserve our memories of this adventurous trip. We also visited the Derby Prison Tree, and then we started to drive towards the Dampier Peninsula. We camped at Jarin Jin campground. We had to put up with a big generator sound for 2 nights. The facilities were quite good and modern. In the shower, a button has to be kept depressed all the time as the water will stop otherwise. It's water conservation. Day 25. We joined some of the local traditional owners for a tour to learn about Aboriginal culture, food and medicine. We did enjoy the stunning scenery of the Dampier and 4-wheel driving on the beach. Day 26. The rest of the crew made the way to Beagle Bay to explore the church. They planned to visit James Price Point on the way back to Broome as per the itinerary, but skipped it. We travelled north to Cygnet Bay Pearl Farm. After this, we drove to Broome and caught up with the rest of the crew at Spinifex Brewing Company. We finished our 26-day trip here. We visited and drove on Cable Beach another day. Here is our experience with the tag-along tour company See Around Corners that we travelled with. Our positive experience with See Around Corners, Aboriginal cultures, correspondence, knowledge about the locations, communications, photos in high resolution as memory, satellite data connection in remote places. Our negative experience with See Around Corners, lack of mechanical assistance, lack of remote backup support, lack of guidance to tours from base camp, deviations from original itinerary. However, it's a growing business and I hope it will strengthen positives and get rid of negatives. Thanks everyone in the crew for their company, moral support, and especially Paul and Rhonda for their mechanical assistance and guidance to fix the rooftop tent for the time being. At least we didn't think of going back. Gibb River Road would have remained as a dream and nightmare forever if we turned back. We saw so many tire failures, vehicle breakdowns, and many tow trucks with a car or caravan on top. We heard many horror stories from other travelers staying in campsites. We are happy that we could come out of Gibb River Road intact, although there is a list of issues with accessories to be fixed. Hopefully, I'll be able to fix all the accessories in Broome, where I have booked a car service before I left home. Number 1, fridge freezing instead of cooling at start of the trip. Number 2, rooftop tent clamps came loose, ratchet strapped while driving and open it while camping. Leaky auxiliary petrol tank. Number 4, UHF radio broken. Number 5, front bull bar light washer sprayer broken. Number 6, replacing rubber piece on rear bar, alternative days in corrugation. Number 7, camping bucket broken, simply sitting in car, replaced. Number 8, walking bag broken, replaced. Number 9, UHT milk packet broke inside the fridge, cleaned up. Anyway, we hope that everything will be fixed in Broome. Thanks for watching.
very dark.
Dark color.
Very dark color. Ooh, this one did not go well, guys. Doesn't look quite like what you're expecting, right? So, my colleagues, they're going to be looking at 5 virtues, and this is how pearls get their value. There's a combination of each of these virtues. So, the first thing they'll look at is shape, and this is how our pearl graders do their work as well. So they'll look at pearls and figure out what's the shape, okay? Perfectly round, that's what we hope to achieve. So the next one is surface, and that's talking about the number of imperfections or blemishes around that pearl. And then the next one being size, our pearls start at 8 mil and go up to 12 mil. Within that spectrum is most commonly what we see. But when you have pearls that get to about 13, 13.5, 14 plus, that value goes up with that size and that rarity of that size. So this one here is 19 millimeters, so nearly 2 centimeters in diameter, perfectly round, and there's one little mark on it. So it's valued at around 60,000. The next one is luster, and then color. So we're talking about color. So naturally we get white pearls because our nacre is white. You get white to sometimes a warm tone right down to a silver tone. Okay. Australian South-Seeded Gold is a bit of a premium, like the pink ones. So this strand that I'll show you, this took 50 years to make. This is Alison Brown's strand, and it's a pure Keshi strand. Massive Keshis, and that's commonly the size that you get. But this one is valued at around 330,000. So I'll just keep that in the box there. So it's many, many years harvests. Gathering pearls, waiting for the same qualities to be able to match into one piece, right? Beautiful. So that's literally time in a piece of jewelry.